Scorpio, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. My name is Kayleigh. This is your reading for the first week of March, or at least the week ahead if you're watching this at a different date. Yeah, all the normal housekeeping stuff is down below, like the decks that I'm using and stuff like that, and aspects of your birth chart. So if this one doesn't resonate, you can try another aspect. Yeah, let's see what we've got for you. I'm really excited. I feel like you've got some sort of celebration coming up of, like, I don't know if it's like a recovery from health, or I don't know, some sort of healing's happened and it's like, yes, finally, freedom. We're in a position now where we can move forward with our life. It's beautiful. 3 of Discs has come through. So this is strong foundations being built. Yeah, I'm really getting like something's been on hold for somebody's health, whether that's yours or something's had to be worked on. And now it's kind of getting to the place where you're in a place where you can dare to build a proper life now. Like, it's almost like you've been on standby, Scorpio. And now you're like, do you know what? Yeah, now we're in a really good place and we've managed to sort this out, or they've healed that, or we've got over this, and even healing wounds between a relationship, that's starting to happen. So you now have this strong foundation that you're building together. And I'm really getting together, and it might be a family or it might be 2 people, but there's something being built up. This might be on your own, because obviously the healing of yourself possibly, and you realise that you're strong enough to now go after something or build a life that you've always wanted to. Yeah, the world, you've been doing a lot of work. Somebody's been doing a lot of work. And it's like, yes, you've learnt that lesson. You can start building towards the new future that you want now. I really like that. Because you've been doing the work, it is a strong foundation in order to build on. I really like it. It kind of feels like the end of a cycle, a traumatic cycle. I really like that. Such a positive energy. Yep. So 10 of Swords. So that's all that pain, backstabbing, betrayal. I'm really getting betrayals had to be worked on. But you kind of thrived, and not thrived as in like it was conducive, a fertile environment, nurturing environment to grow. But it didn't kill you. Do you know what I mean? It didn't end like... There was trauma, and what didn't kill you made you stronger. Do you know what I mean? And it's almost like you've grown. You've had to grow as a person because of what happened. You've had growth because of it. And now that you have a sense of freedom, like anything's really possible. I love that there's a unicorn on there. Kay's artwork's incredible. I love the Lunar Soul, and I cannot wait to buy the second edition, the new edition that's coming out soon. But yeah, the sun is freedom, joy, happiness, unburdened, carefree almost. It's that celebratory, like I said about celebrating, there's like a celebratory thing. Darkness and shadows and shadow work's really been worked on hard. I don't know if this is by you or by them or both of you, and if you have kids, because you've been doing this work, oh my God, flourishing. The kids are thriving, you're thriving. It seems like everything around you just feels really good at the moment. Like the possibilities are endless. There's some sort of freedom. Wishes, you've learned to wish and hope again. Like, okay, now we're in this really good healed place. We know we still have some work to do. Do you know what I mean? You've done work, but I think you know that you're not I really want to laugh. You're not unrealistic. Like, yeah, I know I've still got stuff to do. It's just we're now in a place where we can see possibilities. Do you know what I mean? There's still healing to do. No one's fully done all their work. But oh my God, we can see possibilities and new beginnings and freedoms. And now you're starting to wish and hope, like, what is it we truly want? You know, now we're out of a bit of this dark, traumatic cycle, and we've kind of healed what we can from that part. I know we've still got other bits to sort out, but overall we're pretty, like, very much enjoying making hay while the sun shines. Like, it's really good right now. Let's hope and aim for, like, what can we wish upon a star for? Be very clear about what you wish upon a star for, though, because if you don't wish properly, you might not get what you expect. There is still some shadow work to do, because I don't know if this is you as a couple that's been doing some work. There's still some issues, some shadows they're not as big a issues as they were that you've been working on, but you still need to acknowledge them, Scorpio. Like, If this is the same Scorpio that wasn't listening before, you're now starting to listen, and you're starting to see the progress and the healing starting to happen. And communication is very important, and you need to learn, don't slip back into being codependent on each other again, because I think it was you as much as them being codependent. Yeah, the Empress. You have the Empress and the Two of Cups. Oh my God. You're finally finding balance with each other, and everything that you do together is just multiplying right now. You're starting to see possibilities, and because you're in that positive headspace and you're both in the same place, oh my God, things happen. It's a fertile environment. Things happen. Possibly a baby if you're looking for a baby. If you've done all this work and that's what you hoped would happen. I don't know if there's been like sexual orientation issues that you've had to deal with. But I don't mean that like, oh my God, they cheated on me with the opposite sex or the same. I don't know. Well, it might have been. But I think people have had realizations about their sexuality, and I think it surprised you. I think that's your trauma that you've been working on, or they've been working on. And I say trauma not because it's whatever aspect of your queerness that it is. I don't mean trauma as in like, there's freedom with coming out, especially to your closest person, and I want to cry. And I don't mean trauma, but I do mean trauma, because there's still trauma attached to a positive change. Do you know what I mean? There is still change and an adaptation to that, and everything, you know, being turned upside down in the best way possible. There's still trauma attached to that, and this person's had your back the whole way through that. They've had your back, right? They've been nurturing, encouraging, and encouraging you to be you, recognizing you. You've never doubted that they were ever going to go anywhere. You've never doubted their commitment to you. I think maybe before you like questioned their commitment, but because you dropped, like, possibly, I don't know if it's your gender identity or your sexual identity that you've dropped on them. I want to say dropped because it kind of felt like it come out of nowhere, but I think they kind of knew. Do you know what I mean? That's why they were able to support you. Like, they weren't surprised. They are the sun and you are the moon, you are the sun, they are the moon. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're opposites, and you kind of balance each other and you pick each other up, and one's more passionate and outgoing and the other one's quite emotional and homebody, and do you know what I mean? You complement each other beautifully, and you both kind of make each other grow. I'm not going to pretend there isn't still shadow work for both of you to do, because you've kind of relied on each other to get through this trauma. There is still an element of codependency between the two of you. So it's about getting to the point where you know you want to be together rather than needing to be together, because then you'll only truly know if all this really has created growth and freedom. But I think you are both realising that that is actually what's happening. You are both in it because you want to be together rather than needing to be together, because when the shit hit the fan, you clung to each other, you needed each other. Yeah, it was overwhelmed. I think at one point, I don't know who this was, somebody was really overwhelmed, everything was on them. But I think it's also gone back the other way. But I think recently somebody's had a lot more of the burden put on them than the other way round. There's commitment. You're both very, very much committed to each other and happy to put work in. What else have we got? Yeah, oh my God, there's a map. Are you looking to move somewhere possibly? Maybe it's moving together. Maybe it's moving away. Something that is just, somebody's spark has been lit. And it's time to start making that happen, right? Putting the energy into where you want to go, what you want to do. This could involve a Cancerian. I love this. They're calm, they're compassionate, they're encouraging. Maybe it's your vision that they're happy to help you chase. They're quite grounded right now, right? Very into the moon cycles, moonology. Very in tune with how the moon affects them, possibly. I'm really getting, they're very much a mothery, encouraging, like, emotionally nourishing parent. I'm not saying that she doesn't have her up. I say she. I don't know why I'm saying she. They don't have their ups and downs, and mood swings and stuff, because I'm really getting that their moods are possibly affected by the moon cycle. If it's a woman, they're very in tune with knowing when they're PMSy, or they just find their moods are cyclical, but they are very in tune. It's taken them a while to get to this place where they're balanced, where they will swim in their emotions without getting overwhelmed. They're quite happy to process emotions now. And yeah, they're happy to listen to other people, support other people through their traumas. So very grounded energy when it comes to emotions. I really like it. Very into crystals too, and yoni stuff. I really like it. And they're feeling sexy. They're starting to find confidence in themselves. Or you both are. I think you're both in this position. Emotional, passionate, sensible. Maybe you're water and they're fire. Very opposites. But yeah, I really like it. I really like this energy. But yeah, no, you're starting to see possibilities, and you're both trying to make that happen now. And I really like that. You're both seeing that it is possible for something to happen. But I think when you were in this traumatic place that you've been working on to get this solid foundation, you're in a solid foundation where you can move and do that, whatever that is, that you want to go for. But you weren't in a place before. That's why it didn't seem possible. And now you're kind of finding the freedom. It's the freedom to dream, really, like dare to dream. And now you can dare to dream because there's a lot less burden and block. There's no blockage. There's not as many. I keep saying no blockages and not as many. Like, you are very aware that there's still stuff to sort, but it seems possible now. I think that's it. The clouds of uncertainty have evolved. Somebody's always evolving. Whoever this Queen of Cups is, especially, always evolving. And I'm really getting that they're a female, but or feminine energy. Always evolving. They've put in a hell of a lot of work, right? And they still know they've got a way to go. That's what I'm getting. They always know they're growing, but they've come a hell of a long way. Miracle of life. Do you know what I said about there possibly a baby? There could be a miracle baby and a soul connection. Yeah, you two are soulmates. That's why it works. That's why you ride through this. I really like this reading, Scorpio. You've both done work. You're both realising neither of you are perfect, but somehow it works between the two of you. I really like it, Scorpio. I hope that's been of some help for you. Let me know down below if it has. Hopefully I'll see you again next week. If you want to be notified of that, by all means subscribe and do the dingly bell. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to pretend I know which corner it's in. And hopefully I'll see you again next week. If you want a personal read, by all means, details are all down there. I am taking bookings, so hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye for now.